Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks so you can fully optimize the battery of your S25 Ultra. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show you the battery settings available on your device. First, we have here the power saving options. I would suggest that you turn it off unless that you're running low on battery, as this will have a very significant performance hit on your S25 Ultra as if you're not using a flagship device. Okay, so moving on, let's go to background usage limits. I strongly suggest that you put unused apps to sleep. And as you may have observed, mine is already turned on, and at the same time, the deep sleeping apps are already listed here. So these are the apps that I seldomly use. Alright, now moving on, let's go to battery protection. Now this is very important for your device. If you would like to get a longer battery lifespan, you'll have to turn it on and at the same time go to the maximum settings, and it will be up to you up to what point you would like your battery to be charged. Whether you would like to keep it at the 80, 85, 90, or 95. But the best that you can do for your phone would be at 80. And not only that, make sure that whenever it hits around 20% battery life, that you start charging your device. This way you'll have a very longer battery lifespan. Now moving on, let's go to the charging settings. Okay, so here I have the fast charging turned on. I'm actually using a device, a GAN charger, that's capable of fast charging this device. And good thing about Samsung is that it automatically throttles down the charging speed as it reaches a higher percentage of battery charge. Alright, so moving on, for the display, I suggest that you turn on the auto dim screen when the screen or the battery is below 5%. So that will give you a much more longer use for your device whenever you hit 5%. And then as for my personal preference, I would always like to have the battery percentage shown up on my screen. Okay, now moving on, let's go to the lock screen and always on display. Now, as you may have observed, mine for the always on display, it's turned on. However, there's a trigger for that, so it doesn't mean that because it's turned on, it will always be there. It's somehow there in the background, but you have to tap the screen first. You have to tap it first before the screen would actually show up. So it doesn't really consume much of your battery. We also have here under the display your theme settings, so you can either go with the light or the dark. So if you don't really have a preference, then I would suggest that you go with the dark mode. That way you can save more battery when using your device. And then when it comes to brightness, you can always opt for adaptive brightness. So whenever you're in a well-lit room, the brightness will automatically adjust. Now, when it comes to screen resolution, the default screen resolution that's set on your phone would be on Full HD. Now, others will tell you to go Quad HD, and that's fine. That's your own phone. So it's up to you if you'd like to use Quad HD or not. However, that will actually have a toll on your battery, as it consumes more battery than normal. Now let's go to device care. This is very important. Okay, first thing that I would like you to look at here is the performance profile of your device. The default setting for this one would be standard. Now you need to change that to light so that it prioritizes your battery life and cooling efficiency over your processing speed. And this doesn't really have much toll on your performance, since this processor that comes with your S25 Ultra, it's overclocked by default. So if you change the performance profile to light, it can still function perfectly fine without lagging. And when it comes to gaming, it will not affect your game as well, as there's a separate settings when it comes to games. Okay, moving on for auto optimization, make sure that you set your auto optimization as well. And you have to set up a schedule. That way, it will automatically refresh your system and then turn on restart when needed. And that's about it. Thank you so much again for subscribing to my channel. Have a good day.